This is Eagle Owl, and today I want to talk about Grant Calcaterra. Yes, Grant Calcaterra. Look, man, he's just going to get better. I think he's going to be tight end too. And also, I want to talk about our defensive line, offensive line, and the PFF ranking our lines number one. And let's get straight into it.
Hey, what's up? It's Mauro Ojimo. Shout out to Eagle Owl, the biggest Eagles fan out there. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
All right, man, this is the part of the season a lot of us hate, including me. Like, I'm suffering for some Eagles news, something big, a trade, something. But it's only mid-June. We got to the end of July till we got some popping off. But I just want to go over a few things I've been, observing. Grant Calcaterra is a guy I've been observing a lot. I actually wanted to make a video about him probably like a month or two ago, like how I think he's just going to take a major step. Now, this article by David came out probably beginning of June about Grant Calcaterra bulking up, trying to get bigger so he can be positive, or he wants to be an all-down tight end, whereas though he could stay in the game and block, because when Grant Calcaterra was in, he was such a bad blocker. You had to pull him out. So I think he's just going to get better. I truly think he's just going to get better. Look, if his blocking get better, we already know his pass catching is. That only leaves Tyree Jackson out. I'm sorry. I like Dan Arnold. I think he's a great receiving tight end, I would call it. I think Jack Stoll's a great blocking tight end, but that leaves Tyree Jackson out. Tyree Jackson can be good, but injuries is his downfall. I will be shocked if Tyree Jackson make this team. Now, I'm not saying if he's not going to make it to the practice squad and nothing, sure. He might make it there, but I like Grant Calcaterra. I like his upside, and I like what he's projecting to become. Like I said, if he can get that blocking down right, it's gonna be a really good tight end too. I would say that because we seen when Dallas Goedert had to miss a couple games. And you know what we start doing? We just completely took the tight end out the game plan. Like that Colts game, our first game without Dallas Goedert, it was bad for us, the tight end room. It was horrible. But then we seen the difference when Dallas Goedert came back, because Grant Calcaterra, like I said, he was the receiving tight end. Jack Stoll was the blocking tight end. They just didn't have that guy that can do it all. But Grant Calcaterra, I think he has the potential to do it all. Now, there's another story I want to talk about right here. Like I mentioned in the beginning, PFF ranked our offensive line and defensive line number one. Look, offensive line, do I have to? You know what? I'm going to go over it. Lane Johnson, come on, best tackle in the game. I know a lot of people like Trent Williams in San Francisco, but he's no Lane Johnson in my opinion. He's a solid number two. Jordan Mailata. A lot of people got on me during the season when I called him the weakest link, because if you look at the statistics of all our offensive linemen, he allowed the most sacks. So got to be honest. But Jordan Mailata is dope. And for him to have that year last year, that would be some offensive lineman best year. He still had a wonderful year, but he's going to, go back to the old Jordan Mailata. And to be fair, he did deal with an injury, so that's just to be fair. We're not sure who's at right guard, but if you go with Cam Jurgens or Tyler Steen, you're good. Jason Kelsey's back. I know Jalen Hurts was happy about that for sure. Landon Dickerson. Come on, man. We're talking about all potential Pro Bowlers. Hell, they basically all were Pro Bowlers last year. So, but defensive line, I think get disrespected a little bit, just a tad bit. People like, y'all lost Javon Hargrave. What are y'all going to do? We're still going to be good because we got Jordan Davis, we got Jalen Carter, we got Fletcher Cox, we got Hassan Reddick, we got Josh Sweat. Then you got Nolan Smith rotating. You got Brandon Graham rotating. We're going to be okay. But I think the defensive line is starting to get a little bit of disrespect. Maybe I'm on Twitter too much, but I'm hearing that our defensive line is not all that insane. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. We went from being dead in the waters, not getting no sacks, basically, to having the most this season. So, and making history. So, I think they're going to continue to get better, especially under Sean Desai. In my opinion, Jonathan Gannon robbed this team of beating that Bears record. He definitely did, because no joke, how much Hassan Reddick had? 19 and a half, or like 19, 18 sacks. I think if we had another defensive coordinator, I think he could have had 24, 25, including the playoffs. I think he could have had 24, 25, because Jonathan Gannon joked about, well, if we did such and such, Hassan Reddick could have this amount. We're like, nah, no joking at this time. He could have had that amount of sacks, because you want to drop him back, do this, do that. Nah, blitz the man every single down. He's an edge rusher. So, shout out to PFF. They've been giving us a lot of love. I can't lie. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel? This all I got today, man. This all I got for y'all, man. I know it's that season, man. Yeah, I put on the shades because I'm tired of y'all saying I look like I'm high in my videos. So I threw on the shades. As you see, the lights are reflecting off these shades. That's what be in my eyes. But this is Eagle Al, man. I'm out.